The St. Louis Blues, 109 points last year. Won the cup a couple years ago. Had the emergence of Ville Husso, who's now gone. David Perron, who's now gone. 109 points. How likely is it? What are the odds makers saying at Sports Interaction, Jesse?
They have the Blues at 97.5 wins.
That's a big drop.
Points.
Sorry, points, yeah.
97 wins.
But that's, wow.
97
That's
wins!
one more win than it takes to win the cup, I think. So I think it takes 90, or no, that would be like a clean season.
82.
A clean season, yeah.
They're going to win 15 and a half more games than they play.
St. Louis Blues, and you know, it's funny, just looking at some of the other prediction models, a lot of people are a little down on the St. Louis Blues. And I'm curious as to what you guys think.
I am too. And I feel like, you know, Lou Lamoriello got a lot of crap with the New York Islanders for not really doing anything. And I kind of feel like that's Doug Armstrong's offseason in a nutshell. Now, he locked up a significant part of the future, and that's not nothing. Jordan Kyrou had an amazing season last year.
Mm-hmm.
He locked him up to a contract extension that doesn't kick in until next year.
Uh-huh.
Robert Thomas had a very underrated season last year. He signed an extension that doesn't kick in until next year. And then what? They lost their backup goalie who helped them through some very trying times.
But they got Thomas Greiss, who's helped the Islanders through some trying times.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not Ville Husso.
Definitely not.
His useful years with the Islanders are a few years in the past. Like, he was brutal with the Red Wings last year. And, I mean, he could return to form. The Blues are a little bit more of a locked-up team. The Red Wings didn't exactly play that way.
Mm-hmm.
So that could suit him a little more. But if it doesn't, can Binnington keep the form that he had sort of at the end of last season and into the playoffs? Because if they can't, there's not a lot of buffer there, man. Mm. And they lost Perron, who's a super underrated part of that team and was unreal for them in the playoffs. I just look at the Blues and I go, how did you get better? They're looking to get better through, Kyrou is
and Thomas
a year
taking
older.
a step forward.
Thomas is a year older. Barbashev is a year older. But other than that, really, what did they do?
Well, it's a good question. I want to bring your attention to something that I've always seen as a Blues thing. And this could be completely wrong, but you know how certain teams have a thing that, you know, when the Flyers are at their best, what are they? They have a brand.
Mean.
They're mean, and they score a lot of goals, and they punch you.
Yes.
Okay? When the Penguins are at their best, what are they?
High flying, smack me, silly Sydney.
Absolutely.
Slap me, silly Sydney.
You're never gonna lose. You're never gonna win a puck battle versus the Penguin when
Right.
they're playing their best.
Right. Lightning, when they're at their best, what are they?
Holy shit, they just come at you in waves.
Right.
Unending waves.
They have an extra player on the ice because the ref is also on their team.
Yes,
That
that's
too.
also very
And
true.
Stamkos is also a referee.
And, well, don't forget their seventh player, which is Andrei Vasilevsky's chest pad.
yes.
Yes.
But I...
And their eighth player, which is cap compliant.
Yeah. Good point. The St. Louis Blues, to me, always have two things when they're good. They have really good scoring, especially from like one or two guys, like you go back to the Brett Hull years or whatever. And they always, always, always have one or two absolutely dominant defensemen. And that goes all the way back to Scott Stevens, Al McInnes, Chris Pronger, and they had Pietrangelo. Parayko has not taken the step forward. That, you know, he was a fancy stats god. People loved him.
Yeah.
But he's never become the guy that they thought he could. Torrey Krug's good.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Falk's good. Nick Leddy's kind of fallen off. And I'm looking at the rest of it, and I'm looking at
Robert Bertuzzo
and Nico Mikola. Like,
I like him.
I like him, but Steve, he's not...
No, he matches what they want to be, but...
Pietrangelo, to me, was a bigger loss perhaps than I think they thought it would be. Because here's the thing. To support the other guys, and listen, they had a great year last year. To support the guy, I'm just wondering, who's running this offense? Who's bringing this up?
Well, and
These outlet passes other than Torrey Krug and Justin Falk.
Is Tarasenko still on his way out?
Well, I mean, he's playing again. He's still here.
Still, I mean, it's his best way to get what you want is to play well, right? And
Yeah.
just put your head down, and the holdout thing just doesn't work.
No.
Man, I just
I think they're going to struggle a little defensively, but they're going to try and make it up by playing their forwards in a great defensive system.
What I thought Adam was going to say is, you know what they have on everyone else, and I was going to say 15 to 20 pounds.
Yeah, well, that's true.
On average,
Yeah.
like they're
a heavy
huge,
team.
huge heavy team, and that'll help you through an 82 game regular season. But they just didn't add.
Well, and the one thing you mentioned off the top was you said some of the models don't have the St. Louis Blues kind of high. Well, the models don't look at potential, and I think when you look at Kyrou, Thomas, and Jake Neighbors, you have three of the best young, possibly elite talents in the entire National Hockey League. If those three mature into what they can be this season, then that's a dominant forward group. And who cares what the defense is doing at that point? You got enough heavy bodies there to make up for that. So if those three step up and become something really special, then this team's going to be great. Plus, Binnington needs to get back into form.
I should say I don't see a weakness on the Blues, really. It's just there's less strength.
I don't see greatness. I don't see greatness the way I used to.
They're a little bit middle of the pack.
And I mean, Binnington has no... You said Greiss is bad. Let's look at Binnington's numbers last year.
Yeah, not great.
Okay? 313 goals against average. Okay, you don't like the goals against average stat. Fine.
Yeah.
901 save percentage, guys.
Yeah, well, how many games did he play? Because
37.
Binnington wasn't the starting goaltender last year in St. Louis.
Yeah, but when he
was wild,
he played 37 games. But when they got to the playoffs, Binnington did hold his own and had a great little playoffs. And unfortunately, he got injured.
Yeah, he did have a great
worse
playoffs.
Numbers than Matt Murray, who everyone's shitting on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he had a great playoff. Yeah, no question.
So it's a matter of, we're going into this season. You need to get more from the defense than what you get on paper. Mm-hmm. You need the young stars in the forward group to step up and take a step to replace what you've got. And then you need Binnington to be the Binnington from the playoffs and not the Binnington from the last regular season.
Or the last three regular seasons, Jesse, where he's gone from a 927 to a 912 to a 910 to a 901. I would be concerned about that.
Not great.
And you listen, I get the 6 games in the playoffs are the ones that matter the most, and he was injured, and I totally understand you when you say that. However, they're in a tougher division than I think people give credit for.
They're a little bit like the Dallas Stars, where I look at them and I go, are they going to make the playoffs? I don't know for sure.
But probably.
If they make the playoffs, do you want to play them?
No.
And the answer is absolutely no. But this video is about where are they going to end up in the regular season, right? So that being said, like them as a playoff team, they got to get there first. And it's not a given. It was a given for a number of years.
Yes.
It's not anymore.
Now, I want to say this. I'm a little down on the Blues right now, but I would be totally happy to be wrong here. It's one of those predictions
You're
where
just cheering for your buddy Doug Armstrong.
Yeah, the guy I met once over Zoom.
Man, if I
my buddy, Zoom buddy, Doug Armstrong.
If I wanted to learn a bunch about him, like what would be a useful resource?
Well, Agent Provocateur with Alan Walsh might be the one.
It sounds like your buddy.
Listen, I think it's pretty cool.
The GM of an NHL team wouldn't be on a podcast.
Yeah, well, and it's funny because he doesn't talk to the media that much, and yet he was super talkative and really cool.
Oh yeah, make us use your buddy.
You got one? Oh, I bet you can never do that again.
Maybe we got 2.
Whoa, you're impressive.
Well, Alan's impressive. I'm just along for the ride.
Who's the real Jordan Binnington?
The real Jordan Binnington is the one we've seen the last 3 years out of 4. He's at he has save percentage under 910. That's the real Jordan Binnington.
That's unfortunate for the Blues.
Now, he might be great in the playoffs, but they're going to have to figure out and again, he's also had he's been healthy-ish, but if Thomas Greiss is your fallback, you're in big trouble. They got through because of Ville Husso last year.
Well, and let's not forget, though, how Binnington, as good as his playoffs was, let's not forget how his playoff came to an end with an injury.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
He's healthy.
We mentioned that.
Is he gonna? Oh, well, cool. Well, this is the 7th one that we've recorded
in a row.
What did you say we were gonna do after the 8th one?
Make your point. Make your point.
No, I'd rather make a copy.
Okay, we got 35 seconds. Steve Dangle, I'm going to start with you. Where do you have the St. Louis Blues finishing in the Central Division when it's all said and done?
Fried ravioli. Deep fried ravioli. That's where I got them.
Where do you have?
I'm gonna make some enemies in Missouri. 5th.
Jesse Blake.
I also have them 5th.
I too have them 5th.
5th place in a division is not outside of the playoffs.
No, it's wild card.
Necessarily.
Necessarily.
It might be.
It might be.
In the Blues case, I don't think so.
I don't know.
They're going to the playoffs.
How many people are going to get hit by a stick from Jordan Binnington?
Okay, let's keep going. He's going to stop it before he comes and punches air at you.